Nobody talks enough about how lonely it feels to outgrow the version of life that everyone around you is still attached to, my friend. When you start to think different, move differently, and dream bigger, people will call you probably unrealistic before they ever call you transformed. Because growth is a reminder of the limits they accepted for themselves. And that can be hard, okay? There were moments I felt completely misunderstood. People around me kept repeating the same beliefs. Be realistic. That's too risky. You should just settle. People like us don't do that. But deep down, I knew I was meant to not repeat the same story. I knew if I kept listening to people who never created the life that they desired, I would inherit their fears, their limits, and their reality. So I had to learn one of the hardest lessons of transformation. Just because people love you doesn't mean they can see where you're going, all right? Some people only understand survival, but your soul may be calling you toward expansion, okay? And when you answer that call, it can be or it can feel isolating. You will question yourself. You'll wonder if you're crazy. You'll wonder if you should just go back to being who everyone is comfortable with. But no, my friend, but every new reality begins with someone being willing to look differently before they actually look successful. That's the part nobody claps for. The nights you keep believing with no evidence yet. The mornings you keep creating while nobody supports it. The discipline it takes to ignore opinions that don't align with your future self. I had to stop making other people's limitations my truth, and you probably doing that right now. Their fears was not prophecy. Their beliefs was not your destiny. So I kept going quietly, consistently, even when it looked like nothing was changing, okay? And little by little, my inner world changed first. I stopped identifying with struggle. I stopped identifying with lack. I stopped identifying with the version of me that thought survival was all life had to offer. Because the moment you change your identity, the decisions you change, your standards change, your actions change, and eventually your life has no choice but to follow, okay? So if you're in a season right now where nobody understands your vision, where people around you are still living from old programming, do not shrink yourself just to feel accepted. Some chapters are growth require separation before manifestation. So keep building, keep becoming, keep trusting the version of you that can already see the life and that your current environment cannot. And one day the same people who question you will ask you how you did it. So keep going, my friend. All right? Your breakthrough will happen when the time is right. All you need to do is just keep the faith and keep moving forward, even when it feels lonely, even when people don't believe in your vision, even when you don't know the next step. Just keep going, because I'm telling you, it will change your life. It will change other people's lives. It will change, if you're a parent, it will change your kids' lives. Okay? It could create you a legacy. So just keep going and keep believing. Bye.